everybody, this is Mike. It is a dreary, rainy fall afternoon, so I have the perfect pick-me-up. Butternut squash soup, but takes a little bit of time to make, so make sure you have some extra time to play with. So the first thing you'll need is 1 large yellow onion and 1 large butternut squash, about 3.25 pounds. You're gonna wanna cut the onion in half. You don't need to peel it yet. Lay the halves flesh side down on the baking sheet. Then put the butternut squash on the baking sheet. So you're gonna preheat your oven to 400. You got a baking sheet here. I've got some parchment paper on it. Gonna put the onion halves and the butternut squash right on the baking sheet. Put it into the oven. You're gonna leave that in for a long time, actually, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. After an hour, we'll check and see if they're soft enough. It has been 1 hour. Let's take this knife and just sort of see how quickly it slides in there. If the squash is tender enough, you can slide that knife through without any trouble cutting it. That's how you know it's ready. I want to let this cool for maybe 10-15 minutes. I'll check it after then. If it's still hot, I'll let it cool for maybe a half an hour. You want to make sure that it's cool enough that you can handle the vegetables with your hands without obviously getting burned. Use a spoon to scoop out all the seeds and stringy bits. Throw that stuff out. Scoop the flesh of the squash from the skin, put it into a bowl, or I've got a little Dutch oven here. You can take the skin off the onion, throw that in, along with 5 ounces of coconut milk, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm actually using blue agave, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a half a cup to a cup of chicken or vegetable broth, and a tablespoon of some herbs. I've got some fresh basil. Now here comes the fun part, folks. I've got my old favorite, the immersion blender. Look at how smooth that comes out. Now I'm actually gonna put it on my stove, heat it so that it boils, but you could actually have it cold if you want. And after a couple of minutes, you can test it out. Really good. And there you have it, folks. Butternut squash soup, perfect hot or cold for the fall. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.